What's up, man? This is Mr. Double R here, coming to you with a light review. Let me turn this AC off. With a slight light review. Old light, but it still works perfectly for me. It's the Yongnuo YN360. And you can see that. Yongnuo YN360. It's a stick light. Not quite a tube light, but they kind of serve the same purpose. It takes NPF batteries, click it, and we in there. The thing I don't like about this one, let's see if I could scoot in a little bit. You control it with the buttons on the back, and right here, you have to change the values of red, green, and blue individually. See, that's red, green is at 0, and blue is at 50, which is why you're getting pink. And let's take the red down. And now I got blue. Take the blue all the way up. It's going to be, of course, stronger blue. Not that strong, but as I said, you can get accents. But yes, I like both of these lights. They come in handy. They have a quarter 20 on the bottom where you can mount it. I wouldn't boom it, because especially with a battery on there. It also has a DC port for you to power. But on this one is right here. Kind of not ideal. But I wouldn't boom this because it's not. Well, actually, I think, is this? Yeah, no, it's quarter 20. But yeah, I wouldn't boom it because a quarter 20 thread, it doesn't go in too deep, so there'll be a lot of stress on that screw. And this is made of plastic, so I wouldn't trust the durability of that thread mounted right there while it's boomed. But I'm sure there's some type of way you could mount it sideways, maybe possibly a Cardellini clamp, improvise. But yeah, for the most part, you want to, just mount it straight up or down from the quarter 20 thread. Here's red. With the red, you can kind of see the LEDs a little better because I guess red not too bright, but you can still, get accents. Let's put that away. And let me introduce y'all to this. Let me unscrew it. I do like this one better. To me, it's better. It's the version 3. Remember, it has 3 rows of LEDs, diodes, if y'all know about that. This one also, this one also has the square filters. It's stuck because I haven't used this in so long. It's been on the shelf, but I'm sure it comes off right. Oh, maybe not. Transparency, this was in a fire because my car caught fire one time and this was in there, and it you can kind of see where it's all bubbly, the plastic's all bubbly, it kind of melted, but luckily it didn't burn all the way. The fireman caught the fire before it could do that. But this one, I like the controls much better. It comes with a detachable remote. I don't have many batteries, but this, you could change it on the fly with the remote in your hand. I just need to change my battery. The little, the little key fob, same battery as the key fob, the little flat circular battery. But while attached to the light, see, it has those metal contacts. And right here, while attached, this is how you change. You see that color wheel? It changes to the corresponding color that you touch if it's attached correctly. it's attached right. Oh, there we go. See, it changes to the corresponding color. I know my fingers big. I'm not being naughty with the light, okay? I'm just showing y'all. But, so you can do this while it's detached, if your battery, of course, is working. And mine been sitting too long. But to change to CCTV, yeah, I wish I could just focus. You know what? I can. I'm using the monitor to control that. All right, here. If y'all see this, to change to CCT mode, you see this middle gray button? You just tap that on here. Just tap that. And on here, each side is like a half circle. So one side is daylight, one side is tungsten. So you can mix the two. It'll show you. It shows the screen doesn't light up, but it's showing the level that each color temperature is at. So this is a mixture of both. I'm turning. This is the daylight side right here. I'm turning daylight up and down. Tungsten is still at its whatever respective level it's at. It's not being affected right now because I'm just playing the daylight. So as I go up and down, it mixes that color temperature. Goes up into the 4500 range. And sometimes you might accidentally touch the bottom of the CCT because that's how it is. Top, bottom of the, I said CCT, but I meant of the tungsten. Because the other side is tungsten. See? It's a half circle to the top from 0 to 100. And if you cross over, you might press 100 on daylight because you can, like, you know, change that level. You don't have to slide it. You can just press it at 100 and it's at the top already. This 100% daylight from 0 to 1 tap. Let me. There we go. But this is, I like this. I like it. I mean, if you got big fingers, you might struggle a little bit, but it's still a very neat way to control this light. Daylight, just slide it up how much you need. You need a little tungsten mixed in with that. Oh yeah, now both of them, daylight and tungsten, are lit up right now. And this, again, is much brighter than the first version. This is the third version. Second version was more of a tube light. It was a white tube light basically, but it had a handle too. So part of it wasn't all the way, you know, it didn't have the thin bezels at the top and bottom. It had more of a handle to it. So it was a stick light, but it was tubular. But I never got that one. I didn't like that one. But again, to go back to the color mode, you can't mix CCT and color. So it's going to be one or the other. CCT, you can mix the CCT Kelvin ranges, but you can't mix CCT and color. So to go back to color, tap that button in the middle right there. Is it connected right? Did I just turn it off? Yes, I did. I accidentally hit the switch. This one has a switch, not a little button you press. So you can you can turn it off and you can lay it down. Because this switch is kind of recessed in here. And you have to, you know, get in there and turn it on. So what the hell? But they did make a few improvements between the first and the third version. This is a mixture of the CCTs though, but it's not at full power either. But it's, you know, arm's length. I have long arms though. I have reach, long, you know, nice little reach. And this is right next to my 400B actually. See, this is my key light. This is at what, 50%? Through diffusion and the green, got a little softbox on it. So it can show, it's showing even next to that. I'm putting it right into the softbox and it's showing, you know, that's 400 watts at 50%. So that's 200 watts of, I think it's at 5600 Kelvin. Yeah, it's at 5600. So it's packing its own. It's not even at full power. Like I said, it's a nice, very nice stick light. Yongnuo YNGNUO. Yongnuo YN360 You can find, I'm sure you can find it on eBay. I got them brand new, I think from eBay. Cause back then I wasn't too big on Amazon just yet. See if this, I don't know, break it. I'm trying to get this orange diffuser to come off, even though I don't need it. I just, there we go. There we go, it was stuck. I guess it had melted onto it, but yeah. Let's put that on the front. Still fit, and that's very orange. Again, just like the first one. Just like the first one, very orange. But this is a mixture of the CCTs. So you can also mix them and then basically fine tune the level of orange you want from just daylight with the filter to a mixture of both to all the way tungsten with the orange filter. That's going to determine how orange your sunset or sunrise might be, or whatever you're trying to do that's orange. Could be a Charizard or something you're trying to effect. You're trying to do. But yeah, I haven't used that before, but who's to say I won't? I might need a sunset. This one don't seem as strong because the magnet's at the top here. Yeah, it's just magnets at the very top of this flat little bezel right here. That's where the magnet's at. And the other one, it was two here. Like, this camera's. And the other one, it was two here, two in the middle, and two at the bottom. Those magnets were strong. You put it by, they suck in, pause. But on here it's just right. I don't really like that. So I should have left it stuck. But I guess it's not okay. It snaps. Okay, it snaps in. Okay, it's not going nowhere, y'all. I see they added the snaps. That was smart. But yeah, I'm gonna get my battery. I'm gonna give me a battery, and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna turn it into a remote where I could do it wirelessly. You can change you can be over there. You can be over there on the light stand. Good thing they included this, because like I said, that app. Come on, Yongnuo. It's been like I got this in like I can't remember when I got this. Was I even doing video at the time? I got these so long. I didn't have my Sony a7S III at the time, I know that. But yeah, I might get some B-rolls. I might pick up this the a7S III, so I might use my a7 IV, get some B-roll shots of this. I might just take my a7. I might just use the a7S III. I don't know, take it off the tripod. They have a QR code right here. I need to see what's up with it. But yeah, man. I know I probably took long doing this review. This is my first ever. No excuses. I still could have, whatever, tried to prepare better. But I just felt like doing it. And you probably never heard of these lights, because some of y'all just started like in the last few years. And these been low key. I ain't trying to talk down or no shade or nothing. I love Yongnuo. But these been kind of obsolete for a long time. Now, you won't find many reviews on these, I'm sure there are some, because Yongnuo is a reputable company, especially with flashes. They're getting into lights now, carb lights, all that. I trust Yongnuo though. I used to use their flashes before I switched to Godox. I was a Yongnuo man. I had their YN360, the little flat panel, and two of these stick lights, the ones I just showed you. I damaged the 600, the flat panel, by plugging the wrong adapter into it, and it started smoking. I didn't know. I see how they had never messed something up like that, so I didn't know how serious, crucial that was, like voltage and stuff. I thought, oh, okay, it fit. This round thing goes here. Nope, you gotta have the right voltage. That thing started smoking. It started smelling like so bad, and it didn't work no more. So I had to throw it away or dispose of it correctly. I mean, but man, I think y'all, if y'all can find, man, especially the price they might be at right now. You looking for a little stick light or little something. Even if you create content in your room, this don't be fooled by the shape. It's gonna light you very well without this. Let me matter of fact, on my phone. Dang, I wish. And this is just a stick light. About what? 2.5 feet away. Just a stick light, not even at 100%. Let's make sure it's connected properly. Okay. This is 100% tungsten. Just how long my arm is, you know. So I'm just extending it as far as it can go. Put that down to 0. Okay, it had a little daylight in there. That's cool. This is 100% daylight. I think that's well exposed. And then you can, of course, you can maybe a sheet of parchment paper, shoot it through it, diffuse it a little bit more. Or a shower curtain or a little bed sheet. You know, improvise some diffusion. Let's see, with both of them all the way up, tungsten and daylight, all the way up. It's both of them. Might be a little overexposed. Told you, this would do it. Get you maybe a little background light. I have the Ace 25C. Yeah, that's overexposed right there. Of course, it's kind of close. It's only arm's length, but that's pretty overexposed right there. Like that's, mind you, that's daylight and tungsten. So it's probably the temperature probably in the middle, 4,500 maybe, something like that. Because the range is 3,200 and 5,600. So between there, whatever is in the middle, that's both of them at 100%. That is always, I wouldn't put it that high, but maybe you just want daylight, you know? Maybe you just want daylight. That's kind of overexposed too, but you know how to, you know, if you know what you're doing, you know how to adjust your settings or the light levels. But that's just, you know, no other light. That's just this stick light, YN360. Let's go to the first version, which, okay, the 3200 at 100%. I don't know, it seemed a little more orange to me than 3200, but it might, I don't know. But it's the first version, y'all. Now let's put it all the way on the daylight. would work. That will work. Put it through a little diffusion if you want. That will work. See the RGB. Or if you might want buy one of these as an accent. You know the best way to test your lights, turn all the lights off, and then see what each light is doing. That's a lot of kicker right there. It's a lot of edge light. You can have it off camera too. That's a lot of edge light right there. However much you want, that's a lot. Hair light, whatever. That's a lot right there. That's just red, all red. Let's turn the red down. Green. I mean, whoever like green, if you like, I like your Xbox. Turn that down. Blue. Okay, surprisingly the blue not very bright, as bright as I would think. But like I said, still, even off camera, that's a lot of kicker right there. That's a lot. So both of these lights will come in handy, even whether you, let me talking to a ghost. Whether you want a key light or just a kicker hair light, you'll find some way to mount it and do your thing with it. You can go around the club, whatever party, you know what I'm saying, wedding, whatever. Got a light right on hand. Handheld. It's not too heavy. It's not too heavy. It's not. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed the review. Hopefully you grab you one. If you need a good light, this is one to consider. But yeah, Mr. Double R, man. Double R's back to back like an R&R film. Coming at you, man. Appreciate it.